Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm back here with another Geeks for Geeks problem. So as you can see on my screen, we have a new problem, reverse a linked list. And let me tell you, this is a very common interview question. It's not like it will be asked by FANG companies. It can be asked through like companies non-FANG, which could be like good companies like it could be Optum, UHG, Kronos, Nokia, Samsung. There are names like RBS or maybe Bank of America. So like I have seen this interview question asked in a lot of companies. That was the agenda for naming all those companies, to get you the idea that if you are preparing, linked list is going to be the favorite topic of every interviewer. So keep that in mind and try to practice a lot on linked list rather than tree first, because that comes later. So before we work on this problem, if you are new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. There is an easy and quick step that you just have to hit the red this colored subscribe button, and that is all I need from you, because like I'm not having that many subscribers, so it would be really good if I can reach 1k subscribers, and yeah, that will be really good. So let's work on this problem. So what do we have here? So it directly says that they will give us a linked list and we just have to reverse it. There is nothing else that we have to think. So let's talk about the logic. So for that I'm going to use Notepad to explain few things. So I'm going to take an example here to explain few things. So linked list is like this. So I'm just choosing a simple linked list 1 2 3, and head here is this one. So this is our head, and when we talk about head dot next, it is going to be this element or data which is 2. So this is head dot next. So what we have established here, that head is 1 and head dot next equals to 2, right? Now let's say head is 2. Let's just say head is 2. In that case, head dot next is 3 and head dot previous equals to 1. So here we have track that this element is coming after 1 and before 3. So that is what we mean by next and previous. That's all. So here, why are we talking about next and previous? Because we are going to use previous. We have seen next, but you might not have seen previous being used. So that this is going to be in layman terms. So the logic is like, we just have to point them in opposite direction, meaning one is pointing towards 2, meaning 1 dot next is 2 and then 2 dot next is 3. So what we will do is we will just reverse these arrows like this. So ultimately it is going to be equals to 3, 2 and 1. So these two are equal. So that is what we did. We just reversed the order, and that is why the name reverse a linked list, right? So we used to use next, but here we used to here we have to use previous, because we have to have a note, or you can say some kind of data stored that okay, this is going to be the previous of this node and this is going to be of that node. So things like that we have to store. So this is all theoretical part. Now let's come down to logic. So I hope this was clear, right? So as we said, we have to use previous here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pointer node which is going to just have the head. It's always good to contain head in a new variable. You don't want to change that somehow, which can result in an inappropriate result. I don't know why I have said result twice. So now what we need is we need a current which is going to keep track of that this node is having this node as previous, right? So that's why we need current, and initially it is going to be null because the last node doesn't have a previous, that's why. So previous equals to null, and here current is going to play the most important part. So now we are going to keep iterate over our list through head till we reach null, right? So we will start from 1 and then 2 and so on till 6. So we have to check till pointer not equals to null. Here we are not going to check pointer dot next not equals to 1, right? So here I will just say pointer not equals to null. Now what we have to keep track of, we have to keep track of current and previous, and we have to increment pointer node a step ahead, that's all. Right now pointer is at 1, then we have to make pointer 2 and then 3 and so on. So we know that, and this is exactly how we iterate over linked list. So pointer equals to pointer dot next, right? This is just for the iteration part, and we have to make current node on which we are iterating, so that pointer is going to be our current node. I hope this is clear, right? Now we have to keep check. So here let's see, right now head is 1 and it doesn't have a previous node. This is head also, which is pointer, and it is also current. So current node is 1, so we have to make null its previous. So what we have to do is current dot next. So right now it is pointing to 2, so what we are going to do is we will delete this pointer and we will create another pointer towards null. So when we do previous here, what it will do is it will not connect this one to 2 but to previous, which is right now null. So that was the agenda. Now we have to make previous as current. Why? Because in the next iteration our current is going to be 2, and in that case this has to be previous, right? So that's why when we come down to the second iteration, the current dot next is not going to be 3 but 1, and that is what we did when I showed you notepad thing, right? Now that part is done, but we have to return something, and that something is going to be the head. So right now our head is 1 in the first iteration. In the last iteration it has to be 6. So in each iteration we have to change our head to current, and this is all. Afterwards, when we are done with the while loop, we just have to return head. So this is the code. Now let's try to compile this. So it seems working fine. So you can see that the order is reversed. If we try to submit, it should work fine. So Geeks for Geeks, I think they have to do a few changes here, because compilation and the submission is really slow when we compare to HackerRank or HackerEarth. So as you can see, it is completed in the efficient one, efficient time taken. It's not the most efficient or most optimized, but it's a good approach, and it's the easiest approach, because when we talk about optimized approach, we have to use recursion, and that could be difficult for some of you guys. So you should always try to find the easier solution first and then try to find the optimized solution, because the interviewer is not going to stop at one approach only. He will try to ask you multiple approach, and if you can just provide one good approach, that's it. He knows you know well. So it doesn't matter if you are giving a lot of approaches, it matters if you know an approach to solve this or any problem, right? So this is it for this video. I hope I will meet you in some other video. Till then, have a good day, stay safe, and bye bye.